this 10 years of discovery, whether it was philosophical, whether it was religious, whether it was just something that my nan or my mum had said that made sense, there was just a thread that started to come through. And rather than start to go off over here and everywhere trying to look for the meaning and the purpose of life, there were just a few tick boxes that I've introduced through the book that I'd like to talk to you about for the next half an hour or so. So the first one, and this is where you come in, you see I've even gone to the trouble of giving you the logo there. You write somewhere alongside your path at the bottom, now is all there is. Now is all there is. We know this. We've read it. Live for the moment. It's really difficult. I've got a family and 3 kids and everything that goes with it. But I know that if I can get my head around now is all there is, stuff flows. Life is so much better. And actually that's true. Now is all there is. This room, this group of people, the energy that you feel from someone who may seem to be a stranger sitting in front or behind, this camera, this energy is all there is. It's our life. The only thing we can be certain about is this room. And yet our minds aren't in this room. This could be the best talk in the world. It could be inspiring and fantastic. I'll put the words in. The simple fact is, our minds are elsewhere. We're not taking care of ourselves. Let's look at worry, the uncertainty of the future, the uncertainty of stepping outside that door, not next year or when we retire, or the uncertainty of just walking out of this room, because this is all there is. 99.9% of the things I've ever worried about have never happened. They've never happened. And over the last 48, 49 years, if I was to add up in energy tokens what I've wasted worrying about stuff that never happens, I can't imagine the life I would have had. The vibrancy, the lightness, travelling light. It simply doesn't happen. Take this Brummie accent, and the next time you're worrying about something, say to yourself, it's not going to happen. But it kills us. We die young. British Medical Association now give a statistic that non-accidental death, so natural death, over 85% is caused by something that started by stress, anxiety, uncertainty. So we kill ourselves over stuff that never happens. We're mad. I'm mad. Christine, you're bonkers. I lie awake. I've written a book and I get up and talk to people, and sometimes I lie awake at night worrying about stuff that I know is not going to happen. And there's a real frailty to worry, because how many times in your life, like me, would you have given anything for an outcome? Please God, I'll do anything, just make this happen. And then 3 months down the line, something completely different happens and you dance a jig. Thank God that didn't happen that I was desperate for. We're mad. Now, this room, this collection of people, me, is our life. So the total uncertainty of the future that doesn't happen. And I'll come on to the stuff that does. Now let's look at what has happened, the past, before this room. And we all sit here, and my head's on upside down, and I support West Brom, and I can only eat crispy food, but I'm exactly the same as you. We all look different, but we're exactly the same. We are the sum total of everything that's ever happened to us to this point. Thank God for our stories. The author Wayne Dyer talks about life as a boat and going along the ocean in a boat, and your life is the boat, this room. And what's left on the ocean is a wake. a collection of ripples and choppy water or smooth, whatever it is, that's the past. That's what's got you to this chair today. With all the scars and all the fantastic stuff and everything that's got you here today. But Wayne Dyer suggests that the second you try and grab the water, it disappears. The second you turn the boat round, it's not there anymore. So every line, every ripple, every smooth part creates you and me in this room today. But we can't go back. It's like a wispy illusion. It simply doesn't exist anymore. It's in our minds, everything that's ever happened. If everybody in this room, 30, 40 people, witnessed an act now, and in a week's time was asked to write it down, we'd have a different version. Stuff doesn't exist anymore. So it's only what you take from it. Now, this room, this collection of people, expanded if you want to the next hour or so at the Crystal Cave, is your life. Be kind to yourself. If you don't see me doing it, remind me to be kind to myself. Because that's not going to happen. And thank God for that, because it's who we are. Now, what about the stuff that does happen? The stuff that really comes to test us? We deal with it. Sometimes choking with anxiety, sometimes with our heart beating through our chest. But we deal with it. So it either doesn't happen, or we deal with it. And I don't know what that leaves out. So take care of yourselves. Now is all there is.